The stench of rotting flesh was so overpowering that hardened courtiers vomited in the royal presence. Dogs licked at the foul fluids leaking from King Henry VIII's coffin. In the next few minutes, you'll see the shocking medical evidence proving Henry's grotesque transformation from golden prince to a 400-pound monster, truth that Tudor historians tried to bury for centuries. These revelations come directly from newly examined court physician records and forensic analysis of his actual remains. But before we reach the end, before the bursting coffin and the scandal that followed, we need to go back to the single event that began his physical and mental collapse, a brutal jousting accident that slowly rotted him from the inside out. January 24, 1536, Greenwich Palace. Henry VIII, still a formidable figure at 44, charged down the tiltyard on his massive warhorse. The sun glinted off gold-inlaid armor worth more than a laborer's lifetime wages. The crowd roared. Then, catastrophe. The horses collided with the force of a car crash. Henry, 300 pounds of man and armor, was hurled to the frozen ground, his destrier crashing down on top of him. The impact knocked him unconscious for 2 full hours, 2 hours where England had no functioning monarch. When he awoke, something was different. Witnesses saw it in his eyes, the charm and brilliance were gone. In their place, rage. His first words were fury at the halted tournament, not relief to be alive. Historians now believe the accident caused a traumatic brain injury to the frontal lobe, destroying impulse control and twisting his personality. And it didn't just damage his mind. It tore open an old leg wound that would never heal again. In the age before antibiotics, this was a slow, living death sentence. Henry's ulcers were horrific, open, pus-filled sores the size of tennis balls on both legs. Dr. Thomas Vickers' private notes, hidden for centuries, describe them as stinking and painful beyond measure. Servants drained bowls of infected fluid daily. Desperate to hide the smell and decay, Henry doused himself in expensive Arabian perfumes, ordered painters to depict him with powerful legs, and even designed lead-weighted bandages to force the wounds shut, only making the infection worse. The pain was constant. The toxins entered his bloodstream, reaching his brain, causing violent mood swings and paranoia. He executed friends and wives with increasing speed. He saw enemies everywhere. By the 1540s, he could barely walk, his waist swelling to 54 inches. Hampton Court had to be rebuilt with wider doors and reinforced floors just to hold him. By 1546, his mind was slipping. He argued with ghosts, accused servants of poisoning his bandages, and sometimes ordered executions of people who were already dead. January 1547, the ulcers had rotted so deep that bone was exposed. Gangrene blackened the flesh. His swollen tongue made speech a wet gargle. The smell was indescribable. Servants fainted while changing his sheets. Archbishop Cranmer's private diary, suppressed for centuries, reveals the truth. Henry died not peacefully, but screaming. Seizures cracked the bed frame. Between convulsions he vomited black bile, begged long-dead wives for forgiveness, and cried about flames only he could see. At 2:07 a.m., January 28, he was gone. But the horror continued. His corpse swelled grotesquely. The Privy Council hid his death for 3 days while embalmers fought a losing battle. On the journey to Windsor, the coffin stopped overnight at Sion Abbey, where gas pressure split it open with a thunderclap. Putrid fluid pooled onto the chapel floor. By morning, dogs had gotten in. They were found licking the remains of England's once mighty king. Henry VIII, the man who defied the Pope, beheaded queens, and reshaped a nation, ended as a bloated, rotting carcass, abandoned by courtiers, his body desecrated by strays. The official record says he died peacefully. The truth is far worse. If this hidden history shocked you, wait until you hear the real reason Boleyn was executed. It's not what you learned in school. Thanks for watching.